So this question gives us two functions. So they give us the graph of y equals f of x, and we can see this is a linear function. So it's a straight line, it's increasing. And the other one is the table of values for an exponential function, y equals g of x. So here's the data from an exponential function. Now, exponential functions, if they're exponential growth, then they look like this. Okay. If it's exponential decay, then it looks like this. Okay. So this is growth. You don't necessarily need to know this for this question. That's an H, I promise. And this is decay. But I just wanted to point that out to you so you would have some idea of what this graph looks like. But what I would suggest you do is take this table of values and graph those points on this graph. Because if you look at the answers, they're asking us to compare the two graphs. So your graph doesn't have to be perfect, but do your best, estimate the points. So I have an x value of -2 and g of x is 0.25. So I go to -2 and 0.25, and that's somewhere about there. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Then I go to -1 and I have 0.5, so that's somewhere in there. And then 0 and 1. So that's my y-intercept, by the way. So that's where it crosses the y-axis. So you can see these have the same y-intercept. And then I have 1 and 2. So that would be there. I'm doing this without my glasses. So if you see me squinting, that's why. And then 2 and 4. So hopefully I get these in the right spot. 2 and 4. The lines are very blurry. Would be something like that. And so if I connected these dots, bear with me. Apologize if this comes out really ugly. It's not too bad. So it's going to be like that. So you can see this is a growth. So this is exponential growth. Okay. So now that we know what the two graphs look like, now you just want to go through the answers and see which answer matches up with what we see here. So answer A as the values of x increase, so that means as we move from left to right, g of x, so g of x is what I drew in red here, it's the exponential, g of x, which really means the y value, will eventually be greater than f of x. So this line is going to keep going out. I really should have drawn it more like this. It's going to keep going, and it will always outpace this. So the value of g of x will eventually be greater than that because it's exponential growth. The other one, so the answer is A. B says as the value of x increases, f of x will eventually be greater than g of x. So that's just the opposite. And then C says the value of the y-intercept is greater than the value. No, they have the same y-intercept. And D has the same thing about the y-intercepts. So exponential growth is going to grow faster than linear growth. So again, this is linear increasing function. It's going up, but it's not going to go up as steeply as this is going to go up. So this is going to go up at a much steeper pace because it's exponential growth. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Keep it up and you will master the math.